My name is Arabella. I'm 33 years old, married to Robert, and we have a 7-year-old daughter named Cecilia. For 10 years, we built a life together. I loved him deeply and trusted him completely. I believed he was a good man, a faithful husband, but everything shattered on one Friday night. Robert went to his best friend's birthday party. He told me he'd be home late, and I didn't mind. I was feeling unwell and planned to rest. What I didn't know was that his ex-girlfriend would be there too. He never mentioned it. The next morning, something felt wrong. Robert sat quietly in the kitchen, his face heavy with guilt. When I asked what was bothering him, he hesitated before finally speaking. He told me he had kissed his ex-girlfriend at the party. He said he was drunk, that she came close, and he didn't stop her. He called it a mistake and begged me to forgive him. I couldn't breathe. My whole world collapsed in that moment. I shouted at him through my tears, asking how he could do this to us. He kept repeating that it was just one kiss, one mistake, and that he loved me. But his words felt empty. My heart was breaking, and anger burned inside me. I told him to leave. I packed his things, opened the door, and made him go. The house was mine. I had bought it before we married, so I had every right to ask him to leave. Thankfully, Cecilia was staying with my parents that weekend and didn't witness our pain. After he left, Robert sent endless messages and called me constantly. He said he loved me and begged for another chance. I ignored him. Then his mother called, trying to convince me to forgive him. She said all men make mistakes and that I should think about Cecilia. She told me children need their fathers. I told her that Cecilia could still see her father, but I didn't want him as my husband anymore. Some people thought I was overreacting. Others said I should forgive him. But I knew what I needed. I couldn't sleep beside a man who had kissed another woman. Trust, once broken, is nearly impossible to repair. Days turned into weeks. Robert didn't give up. He came to the house with flowers, begging to talk. I reluctantly let him in. He cried and said he was drunk and confused, that it was only one kiss. But I reminded him that he had a choice. He could have said no, but he didn't. He chose to betray me. I told him he lost us the moment he kissed her. That night, I lay awake thinking about our life together. I remembered our wedding day, the birth of our daughter, the moments when Robert was kind and loving. He had been a good husband once, helping me through difficult times, caring for Cecilia, and being there for our family. But the man who kissed another woman felt like a stranger. I asked myself if I could ever forgive him, if I could forget, if I could trust him again. The answer was always no. Robert continued reaching out. He sent messages saying he couldn't sleep or eat, that he missed us terribly. One day, he sent a long message pouring his heart out. As I read it, my hands trembled. I still loved him, but love wasn't enough anymore. That night, holding Cecilia as she slept, I made a promise to myself. I wanted to raise her to be strong, to know that respect matters as much as love. Robert started waiting at Cecilia's school gate to see her. I allowed it because he was her father. She ran to him with joy, hugging him tightly. He brought her gifts and took her for ice cream. Watching them together brought tears to my eyes. He was a good father, but that didn't make him a good husband. When he tried to talk to me again, I told him it was too late. My heart had closed. Cecilia eventually asked why her daddy didn't live with us anymore. I took a deep breath and explained that sometimes adults make mistakes, and sometimes love isn't enough. But I assured her that both of us would always love her. She hugged me, and I promised we would be okay. A year passed. Life became calm and steady. Cecilia and I found our rhythm together. We laughed, played, and grew stronger. Robert came every weekend to see Cecilia, never missing a visit. He brought her books and toys, and sometimes he brought me flowers too, but he never pushed. He simply waited. Slowly, I began to notice changes in him. He stopped drinking. He became honest and respected my boundaries. One sunny afternoon, Robert came early and helped me clean the garden. Afterward, he asked if we could talk. He told me he missed our family and still loved me. He knew he had made a terrible mistake, but he hoped I could see who he had become. I looked into his tired but honest eyes. I still remembered the pain, the night he shattered my heart. But I also saw the man standing before me now, trying to be better. Cecilia was playing nearby, laughing in the sunlight. My heart felt full. I took a deep breath and said I forgave him. I told him I wanted us to be together again. His eyes filled with tears as he asked if I truly meant it. I explained that I wasn't choosing him out of weakness or need. I was choosing him because I believed in second chances, because he had genuinely changed. He hugged me tightly, and Cecilia ran over, asking if we were happy. Yes, I whispered. We were happy again. We became a family once more. Not a perfect family, but a real one built on truth, forgiveness, and the courage to start again. Sometimes people make mistakes, but when someone is truly sorry and works to change, love can return, hearts can heal, and families can find their way back to each other.